This is it was a response to the Methodist Church back in
Hey, that's fine.
2018 when they passed legislation. Refused to pass legislation.
Not wearing a mask today?
No.
Oh.
I'm not going to be all up in your face either.
What's that?
But I'm not going to be all up in your face either.
Well, I can't spit that.
It's like blinking. Testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Test my mic.
How's it going, Dan?
Okay.
Like
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1. Testing, testing.
I'm down with that. Totally down with that. Well, once you
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3.
It's talking back to you.
Yes, I'm testing. The only problem with having the camera face me so they can hear me and see me is this wall or this window back here. It just makes me look like a dark blot. That's on the,
Yeah, I looked on the video. It's right.
and the problem is, I think that changes unless I shift
Well,
like this, but then
then when you got the other
you got the other one.
What's about in between them?
Well, because the light
Now you got
permeates
both.
this way. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
What you need is a white shirt.
No, that has nothing to do with it. I'm looking at this and these.
Not a tap dance.
That's good enough. You know what?
Shameful enough.
It's not about seeing, it's about hearing what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is what happens. You get rid of it. You say what you think. Yeah.
Yeah, I learned in the Army that to say only every 10th or so thing that comes to my brain, because my mouth was connected to my thought process.
You did have a nice word.
So I had to kind of get that under control, because they don't really like it when you say what you think about, people being jerks and things.
Yeah,
Which
either
makes
end up in the
sense, yeah.
stockade or you lose a
The
stripe.
military, I can see why.
I spent a lot of time doing push-ups.
Okay, let's see you do 2.
I can still do 20.
Can you?
Yeah.
With your
You know, I was
knees
looking at a picture of you from, I think it was like 2014 or 2013 or something.
That's a lot.
You were quite svelte. I mean,
Well, that was also, we had just moved out to the property, my mom's house.
so you had been working
And
out
we've
a lot.
been
Gotcha.
doing wood and clearing and.
It actually made me look. I'm like, look at Tony. Wow, he's like, not saying that you're anything other than that, but like you can look at pictures. Like I'll look at pictures of myself. I'm like, actually, I wish I was back there. And at that time, I thought, I was, big. And
You
then
look lots
it's like,
better.
sheesh,
Yeah, no, I
Say it
weigh
again?
more now than I
You look
ever
lot
have
better
in
than
my
your
life.
original picture.
Pardon?
I said I weigh more
I couldn't hear
now
you. Say it one
You
more
look a
time.
lot better than your original picture.
Oh, okay.
I hope so.
than I ever have in my life.
Yeah,
I'm working on it.
Oh, good.
It's just
But I was
Very
going really
annoying.
well at one point, but
It
it's
comes
like,
on so quickly.
I'm getting
So
older.
slow.
It's too much
It's
work.
like it.
gotta
We've
work.
sent them
I'm already
around,
married.
it's there.
I'm not
It's like,
trying to
oh,
find.
come on.
Yeah.
I got new knees and a new shoulder. I just quit working now. I'm gaining too much weight. It's all because of water. No.
When we moved from mom's 40 acres to our 1 acre, I walk a lot less
Yeah.
because, you know, I don't have to go as far to get to everything. That's
Where do you live now?
Well,
Just
plus the
something.
fact, the stuff you could eat when you were 20 and 30,
You can't necessarily.
you can't eat anymore because it goes,
Yep, exactly.
Gerald, is there any
Sad.
way we can get all the telephone numbers of the members here?
Nope,
Good answer.
cannot give.
Not
other people's-
anymore.
No, you cannot do
You
that.
can
That's
collect
the
if you
law.
want, but then if they're up for it up, but
Yeah, like if you want to give somebody your number, you go right ahead, but I cannot collect, I have everybody's numbers.
Well,
But I
when
can't
wanna call
collect
them to
them
go out
and
to lunch, I
distribute.
don't remember their numbers.
Say it again?
When I want to go out to lunch or something, I don't remember their
Maybe,
numbers.
then you need to talk to them, maybe they don't want you to have their number.
Just because it's on their window and they're
I'm
not
just
cherry
saying.
pie.
I'm just saying.
there's a picture of you on the window saying, don't give him our number.
That's what they say in the
But change like the second and the sixth digit. You know,
Right.
you give it to 'em.
666.
That's funny. All right.
I don't care.
No Lucinda tonight. She is having her
Mike,
migraines, so she won't be here tonight, but she'll work
Then
one
I don't.
independently.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
And I think she's the only one that I'm aware of that will
See, I'm
not
in
be here
business,
this
so
evening.
at least I know almost how it is.
Yeah,
Have you heard anything from Keith?
Keith?
Yeah,
I have not.
Nothing.
okay.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Well, what do you mean in a while?
He's busy.
He wasn't here at the last sectional between the alto and the basses.
Was he at the last combined choir?
Yeah.
How could I miss him?
Remember, you guys aren't in every rehearsal. So
Yeah.
if you've not had a rehearsal where he's been, it
It's
seems like it's forever, but it's not. Because I actually was like, when was the last time I saw Kathy Carey? Then I realized, okay, she wasn't physically at the last week's rehearsal, but she was online. But prior to that, she had been sick, which meant it feels like I've not seen her in like 6 months. But it's,
Wait till you get my age, you'll say, I've seen you for 10 years. Oh, yeah, I was there last
I
week.
just saw you
I
last
just
week.
saw you like an hour ago, you know. All right, let's see. What was I looking for? I'm looking for something. Oh, make sure you guys talk to, no, I'll wait until I get everybody here. That way I don't have to repeat myself. Never mind. But just remind me about the ad, because I'll forget.
Oh, and
Remind me about the ad. Okay.
do you have any of those papers with you?
Those are all on Facebook and you just print them off.
Okay.
Like when you go onto Facebook,
Okay,
you go into files and you'll see the form and just print it off. If
okay,
you need me to email it to you directly, just shoot me an email and I'll send it right to you as a
okay,
PDF. So you can just print it off or email it to whomever is going to be
okay.
taking
Because
out
I've
the
got a
ad.
couple people I would like to,
Yep, and it's an ad, whether they have a business or if they're just doing a congratulatory message, or they just arbitrarily want to say, hi, you know, I don't care, I'll take your money. So whatever they want to do.
okay,
Yeah, this one's 8 more minutes.
And I'm starting to work, let me see. All right, once I get through this weekend, I'm on spring break. And when we get back on the 2nd, or whatever that day is, that's the day that I will start working on our concert program booklet,
okay.
which is going to be a massive booklet because it's going to be our 20th anniversary booklet. So it's going to have the
20th.
pictures. It's technically, we're 20 and a half now.
Okay,
Because of COVID, we didn't have the big celebration that we would have had, you know, fall of 21. We
Okay.
had a lower down Christmas thing where we were like 35 people in there and we had about 20 or 40, about 40 people online, and they gave everybody little baggies of cookies. That was it. But,
okay,
yeah, when we had the little cookie baggies that Amber had created for us, it was really nice. It was very nice, actually. But I feel we need to have a real celebration. So I'll be on the radio down here on April 14th
oh, okay,
to promote it. And I'm trying to get the local paper to come to our rehearsal on the 19th to take some pictures and, you know, write about the concert that's on the 24th.
I
So,
know they're a photographer.
hmm?
I know they're a photographer.
Email him, invite him personally, ask him to come to our rehearsal on April 19th, which is when we have the quintet here with us. So we'll have a dress rehearsal that day. It's the perfect day to get people there. So invite him to come personally, please.
His wife and I dated in high school.
Oh,
Okay.
But we, that's like,
Okay, make sure he comes
Yeah.
and writes a nice,
well, he's a good guy.
okay.
He's a nice guy. He knows Cindy too, so.
Okay, all right.
Will he come?
Andy Brand.
I thought he was young.
No, he looks
Andy
young.
Brand?
There was a young guy when we were supposed to be singing at Carnegie Hall before it got canceled that came to a rehearsal, took some pictures, and I swear he was about in his 20s.
Oh, that's a.
Was he an intern or something?
He was their one and only reporter for Branch County. And-
Okay.
And since they moved out of Branch County now, it's Gannett, so.
Yeah, so they're
all-
part of the larger, okay.
Yeah.
That's too bad. All right, I was looking for something, y'all got me sidetracked here. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Stay co-host. Yep, hold on.
It's gonna be a private lesson today. He usually just shuts me out anyway.
okay.
You should take private lessons from him.
Pardon?
Private lessons.
I need them.
I wasn't, that was
Extremely
just
helpful.
nicely, poorly, well,
Well, when you don't do your work, then,
he gets grumpy.
you get, yeah. That's what it is. You didn't do anything. No, I did not.
Okay.
I always did those. It's a little bit of progress.
So how long have you gentlemen been in the group?
He's been forever. I've been slightly less than forever.
I hired him to sing.
Pardon?
He's one of the choir members. I hired him to sing.
Oh,
No, you didn't.
He can actually sing
No,
touch.
This is my.
you can't listen to anything he says. I think he came the second year that they were formed.
Yes.
oh,
And I
okay.
started coming in
Ooh.
2012.
Oh, my
But
goodness.
Jen Cindy was before you, right?
Cindy was 2009.
How did you roll in? How did you
And that break it.
get involved?
How did I get involved? Well,
You married Cindy?
no, I moved back to Coldwater and crap fell apart. And then, so I ended up, I was looking for something to do and I saw the ad for this and I knew that several of my friends on Facebook were in it. So I was like, well, what the heck? So Cindy, I was gonna sing for what was that big one you guys did in 2012? It was a big piece. And soloists and everything.
Was it Messiah?
No, it was Beethoven. No, maybe it was Beethoven. What was that piece that you brought me music for when we first started? Remember what was from the choir?
Yeah, I brought you like 3 or 4.
The big piece of weird you guys were performing that year.
Bass is here, tenor's here.
It was Mozart.
Mozart.
We're doing tables
Okay.
instead of
Mozart, C minor mass.
things. But you can still space yourselves out
So
if
we
you get
get music and ended up talking for 4 hours. And then we started dating a month later and it was
baritone. Oh, you're a tenor? All right.
Howdy.
Now, you don't want to try to sit in a way where you can see me.
I'm sitting.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hi.
Sorry.
All right, I was telling that Lucinda is having her migraines again,
Okay,
so she won't be here tonight.
all right.
She's the only one that I know of that's not going to be here. But are we missing anybody other than Lucinda from the Tenors?
Jeff.
Yes, Jeff.
Jeff, okay. He should be here. I've not heard otherwise. And then bass, we're not missing Keith. He's what?
That's 30 years of work with Jeff.
Missing one Keith
Jeff
and
will
one
get
Don.
here when he gets here.
Oh, Keith, Don, and okay, Keith and Don.
Yep.
So we're missing two basses. And,
Is Stephen not coming tonight?
yes, Stephen is on his way.
All right.
He has to look at my son. It's either he picks him up or I pick him up. One of us got to do it.
As long as one of you do it,
Right.
today it better be Steve.
His wedding was year before ours.
It was May of 2011.
Yeah. I went to his reception.
Yes, I went to both.
Keith was on his way.
Was, yep.
I went to the reception with her. That was like one of our first official date things.
Like public event thing.
Public dates.
Yeah.
Really should have put in the Chicago trip.
Mm. Nah. That was a long time ago. We're old now.
Seems that way.
Well, it is.
We'll see. I said 2002 and a half. 2003.
You don't know how I missed this group all those years.
The same with me. I came back to Coldwater around 2002.
Uh-huh.
And, well, actually, I shouldn't say missed them. I'd been seeing the ad in the paper for about 2 or 3 years.
Good, how are you doing?
And,
Is Andy?
I didn't realize that my mom had been seeing them at the same time. And I thought maybe I should. I was like, no,
A lot
just,
more salt, unfortunately.
yeah, was working second or third shifts at Drew's place, and I had a toddler, and
Library.
like I've got enough to do, and then
We got pictures in the library.
my mom's dad passed away in December of 2008, and she started thinking about doing other stuff to keep herself busy and get back to music more than church. So she suggested it to me. She's like, there's a local choir that sings, they're a community choir. She said, let's go check it out. And
Justin.
Gerald's never had a moment's peace.
Justin. 1, 2, 3.
That's awesome.
I can't believe how long we've been doing this.
Well, it's because we're a family, that's why.
This is my 13th year.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. It's that magic time, and I believe in starting on time, because I like to end on time. Really quickly, before we start the rehearsal process, a few quick things. As I've mentioned before, hold on, I'm getting feedback. Hold on a second.
I'm sad they gave him after Julian.
I don't know if it'll pick me up if I mute the mic.
As opposed
I
to.
do it
This way. All right, so anyway, at this point, folks, really quickly, and have your attention, please. We want to make sure if you have friends who want to write a congratulatory note for you, or who wants to take out an ad in our program booklet, if they have a business or whatnot, I need you guys to do that as soon as possible, because when we get back from spring break on April 2nd is when I will start putting the booklet together. And as I had mentioned before, the booklet is going to have, it's going to be a fairly thick booklet. because it's going to have retrospective pictures from the choir over our 20 plus years. There's also going to be a video that you guys saw probably if you were on the gala. You would have seen that video with Derek Craig, who is the founding director, congratulating the choir on its 20-year anniversary. We will play that video as well. So it's going to be a very active reception. It's not like they come, eat the cookies, and then leave, but we're going to have a cake, and we're going to have special musical cookies that are set up, as well as having Kathy Carey, who's going to be playing the keyboard, and hopefully I can get our jazz, our quintet folks to do some music as well during reception, if they're open to that. But we will have a festive event. We're going to decorate, and I'm saying this specifically to this group because I am putting you in charge of the decorations, the bass and tenors. Those who've been in choir for a while, usually our Christmas concerts, a section or a combination of sections will be responsible for different aspects.
Yeah, I've done that.
Well, we didn't really have a whole lot to do last for the Christmas concert because it's a reduced event. I'm expecting about 100 people at this event this coming spring. That's what I'm aiming for. That's what I'm hoping for. So we want to have a really nicely decorated, process. So I'm thinking, balloons on the table, table coverings, something festive. But I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's going to be left up to the basses and tenors to work that out. Be creative.
Are you sure?
I am positive.
Think very
I
hard
am
about
very
what
positive,
you're
and I'm going to
asking.
tell you why. Because I do not believe in this concept that it's only the sopranos and altos who can pull these things off. No, we can do it just as
No,
well.
I'm not worried about pulling it off. I'm just
Okay.
like, are you sure you want us
Yes.
in charge of this?
I do.
And it's on record.
I do.
Okay.
And it's a collaborative decision process.
Again,
Now, here's the thing, folks. You don't have a lot of time.
because I don't
The
have enough
event
to do
is
next
April
month.
24th.
Right. Yes, it
April
is.
24th is the event. My suggestion is not wait until April 23rd to decide to get together to make
Why not? I
decisions.
got that day free.
I'm sure you do.
Wait.
My point, I don't care what you do. Just make sure it celebrates our 20-year anniversary. You will be given a budget in terms of getting things, no more than $200 worth of stuff, decorating things.
Sweet.
No, let me reiterate, no more than $200. If you can find something at the dollar store, let's go in that direction,
Oh, yeah.
okay?
So what happens
But
to
I
the
am
extra
putting
money?
aside $200 for the decorations. We're not, no, that's not decorating.
No.
Oh, my Lord.
That's for the people that have to decorate.
That happens afterwards.
What is your theme? Like?
That's up to you guys.
Anniversary.
The anniversary is the common theme. It's our 20th anniversary. So don't have like happy birthday. I don't know what it is. Whatever the
Get well
20
soon.
20 year is. That's up to y'all. Enough of that. Y'all have to work that out. My suggestion is at the end of tonight's rehearsal, at least find a day where you guys can kind of Zoom call together, or if you want to just do it via email, that's up to you. If you need Zoom access, I have no problem opening up the Zoom so you guys can meet. You just let me know what you need, and I will go from there. I'm sure there are some leaders in here who will take control and whip everybody else in shape. That's up to you guys. I'll leave that to you. So we talked about the,
We took a vote,
Add-
Steve's in charge.
no, please don't. Please don't. For God's sake.
So you're saying it's unlimited, inviting people to come.
Anybody can come. I want to fill this place up. We've been 2 years, 4 concerts that have gone by that we did not really get a chance to do. So yes, if you just start inviting random people off the street, I don't care. Bring them, okay? All right, any other questions before we get started with the singing part of tonight's rehearsal? So you know about the ads. Let's get those ads in by the Tuesday night that we come back. That first rehearsal, have your people email me their ad information by that date, because that's the day I will start working on the program booklet.
Say that again.
Don Schimmel. No, okay. So the ads that we're talking about, make sure that you guys email me your ad copy by the Tuesday that we come back after spring break, which is what, April 2nd? Is that what that is? April 2nd?
Matt is in charge of decorations.
So don't do that because he might not come back. He might walk out and leave. Don't do that. Don't do that. Nancy, is there anything I'm forgetting? Is there anything else I'm forgetting? Other than the concert this coming Sunday, if you are available, please, please, please come to see Nancy and I perform. It is our faculty artist recital, the first one we've done in 2 years. So we're really excited, really nervous about it, and Cynthia is performing. Sorry, yes, she's also performing fabulous. She's performing 2 pieces. So anyway, yeah, come and support your fellow folks. There will be a online link, a Zoom link, not a Zoom, sorry, a live stream link that will be released on Friday of this week. So if you can't physically be there but want to observe the concert live in real time, make sure that you save that link and check in Sunday at 3 o'clock when it goes live. Okay? All right, that's enough of yapping for me. Let's get some music done. So please stand, thank you. Bassists, feel free to use 2 tables since there's so many of you. That way you're not just sitting right on top of each other's laps. Tenors, you're fine. Let's do no, 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 and. Keep your corners in. It's so easy to go east-west on an eval. We want to go Z like we're smiling. Keep those corners in. Z, Z. Do that for me. Z. Now go Z. Z. Yeah. If you feel yourself doing that, what you're doing is you're tightening up all these muscles, which is eventually getting these muscles here. You don't want that to happen. Okay? Ready and go. Like all of a sudden my brain shifted to a different exercise. Let's do no, 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 ah. Okay? Ready and no, 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 see this. Yeah. Not ho 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 ho, but ho 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 ho. Get that working for you. Try it again. And flat on the floor. Similar exercise, but now we're going to go. So we are separating them with glottal thrusts, and then the last one is going to be nice and legato. Okay, here we go. And breath. Legato. Lean into that top note. Do it again for me. Ready? And breath. There you go. Yeah, control it so you don't get that click. Okay, basis, flip into your head voice. Tenors, full voice tenors. Three more. Use your falsetto. Two more. And last one. Good, good. Mi to o. Ready and go. One me, so it's me. The first one is an M. Everything else is E. Okay, E to O. So no me. It's not that. It's me, E, and then O. Ready and go. Good. All right. Feel warmed up?
Yes.
Okay. I did less with you than I did with the Sopranos, because I had them last week, Sopranos and altos. I had them all over the place. All right, so today is the 22nd. We are starting with "Oh God, Beyond All Praising." Really quickly, please, if you have not used the practice tracks, I am reiterating the importance of using those practice tracks that we have on Facebook. They will be very, very helpful. What we cannot afford to have happen is anybody when we come back from spring break, we're all here together. And that will be the first time we run through, literally, I believe, hold on, let me look at my little cheat sheet. On the 5th, we are doing everything that we're doing tonight in our sectional together. I do not want to spend time going back over stuff that we fixed this evening. So that means what you take home tonight, make sure that you continue to work on independently when you're at home. So when we come back for our rehearsal after spring break, because there's a week off, don't take that week off, folks. Keep practicing, because you got a concert coming up. When we come back, we should be able to sing and I can start working on the musical stuff, not notes and rhythms and those types of things, okay? Also, if you've not seen yet on the Facebook page, I have put the diction for all of our foreign language pieces
Yes.
on there. So
Thank
make
you.
sure that you're practicing with that as well, okay? All right, for O God Beyond All Praising, the first part is with the audience and the choir, everybody singing in unison. Not so worried about that. Jump to page 5, please. Bottom of page 5, and we are going to begin there. Here we go. Can you play a little bit of it so they can get that? Okay, here we go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go. Starting at the bottom of page 5. 1, 2. There is no breath between render and to. The breath is after you. Please make sure that you mark where to breathe. So for this section, you should have breathed between die and its, and then you don't get to breathe again until between you and the. All right? And then there is a crescendo right at measure 50 on high, but, and you can take a lift. So if you see a little line that's marked in between there, you can breathe there, but I've also given you some other places to breathe, okay? Let's try that again. And I want you to spit those words out. The flower of earth, and that dotted 8th, 16th, bam, ba bam, bam, ba bam is important, yes.
For the word fragile, how do you want us to pronounce the fragile?
No, fragile,
Fragile.
not Joel, fragile. Okay, let's try it again. The flower. 1, 2. Do not breathe there. There is a carry through between son and the. Make sure you carry through on that one. Yes, that's why I said carry through. I yelled it out so you can mark it as we're going through. Yes.
I lost my pencil.
Okay, what am I supposed to do about it?
Well, I don't know.
See if you can borrow one.
Thanks, sir.
Okay. This is a church. I have no idea. No idea. Yeah, listen for where I'm calling things out so that way you can mark them in your score. So make sure you have your pencil ready. Actually, I might be able to help you out too.
So the breath is between song and
It doesn't have an eraser, but there's an eraser.
Don't breathe. Because I had to erase this one and put it there.
So where is the breath? It's not
Okay, first tell me where you are.
up big 55.
There is no breath in that entire measure. You carry it all the way through until groan. So you have nature, the eternal seed is sown, though small and mortal stature. If you have to, you can take a little sneak breath in there. But what I want you guys to do is stagger breathe for that section. I want it to feel like the organ is just pumping through until we get to the big break on top of page 7, where you have groan. That's where we take the big breath. But everything else, try to stagger breathe. So if you have to breathe somewhere, just make sure you're not breathing with the whole section so it doesn't drop out. Okay? Yes.
Can I hear the pronunciation you like on nature and stature?
Nature, and what's the other one?
Stature.
Stature. Nature, stature.
Thank you.
They have to sound exactly the same.
Yep.
Any other questions? Same thing with like surrender, not surrender, surrender. So you're going to soften that up a little bit. Trying to think, are there any other?
Not so much R.
Yeah, the R's we want to, and the word S-U-R-E-L-Y, it's not surely, because that comes out as surely. When you're singing, it's surely. It's more of an ooh, surely. Say that. Surely. Yeah, your lips are puckering a bit more.
Surely.
You wouldn't say it that way, but when you got 22 people singing it, if we're not all singing the exact same vowel, it's going to sound very strange. So make sure you're going surely, shoo, ooh, ooh. It's an ooh vowel. Okay? All right, let's take it from the Lord Most High. Okay, but hidden. So this is at 50, beat 3 on 50. Measure 50, top of the page, beat 3. You see where I am?
Yes.
Beat 3. You're singing but hidden. Okay? Here we go. And 1, 2. Yeah, so we get that final victory is what I'm looking for, okay?
Yes.
Can we sing, please?
So you want, I have a date for Shendos.
Nope, I changed that. I changed it last week with the Sopranos. So it is a crescendo, not a diminuendo, okay? All right, because that's actually when the brass and organ kicks in after that again. So go back to For Christ. This is top of page 7, second measure, beat 3. For Christ. All right, 1, 2. For Christ, so that has to be a bit more energetic. The section before that at 50, you should go back to the previous page. That is Branch County only. That is us. Battle Creek Master Singers will not be singing that section with us. That is us. Then when we get to the top of 7 For Christ, that's when all the singers come in together. It's going to be about 35 of us at that point, okay? So right in your score where you're just singing versus when everybody is singing. And generally when everybody is singing, it needs to be bigger because it needs to be organ and brass and additional voices. So we want to bring that out. And when you get to final make that final victory more declamatory, not so legato, much more declamatory. Let's go back to For Christ, please, and put that ST in there really clearly. Here we go. And 1, 2. For Christ, the brass and organ, okay? All right, so we got to lead them in at that moment. So that's where you give it all you got. Yes.
You hear the baritone part?
I hear it. I heard something similar to that. Yes. Good. Are the two of you singing the same thing? Or you need to be together? So I would switch the two of you, and then you be at the table with the bass 2. Terry, you need to come over here to bass 1. Well, unfortunately, you got to be able to sing with everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. Then we go on to bottom of page 8, which is the melody again. Everybody knows that. There's the soprano, the soprano is the only one singing the descant.
Oh, you're not gonna have soprano tenor?
No, I just have soprano. Did I have soprano and tenor?
You talked
I
about
thought it was just the sopranos.
Okay, you talked about it near the beginning of the season.
Nah, it just needs to be the sopranos.
That was then and this is now.
Yeah, you know how I am. Things
I
change.
know how
very
you
rapidly.
are.
Go to the bottom of page 10, where it says choir only. Make a joyful duty our sacrifice of praise. Make sure you watch the hands, because we're not all moving at the same time. So wait for your cue. Okay. So bottom of page 10, here we go. And 1, 2, 3. Make a joy. Okay. Hold joy when you get to it. Ready? And breath. Make a joy. Good. Now hold when you get to that. So make and then hold up. I'm checking pitches. And go. Make a. Okay. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
You have to lean into it. It doesn't sound right if you don't lean into it. Play the bass part, please. Play the tenor part, please. So tenors, you stay on that C. Bass, play the bass part again. That's your pitch. Yeah. Well, you're singing it now. Do you hear it?
Yes, I do now.
All right, sing it for me, bassist, and go. Again. Yeah, and make sure when you hit joy, you don't do this kind of thing to it. Just hit it right in the center. All right, both parts together. And breath. Make a joyful duties our sacrifice. Play the D. That's the tenor. Play the C. That's yours. It's called dissonance. A D against a C. You have to be certain of it, otherwise it sounds wrong. Let's do our sacrifice. Here we go. And breath. Yes, yes. Our sacrifice. So it's a C for the basses and an E for the tenors. And breath. Our sacrifice. Okay. Any questions on that? Nope, I don't need you because I want to make sure I get through everything I got to get through. We can come back to it, but I want to make sure I have time to get through everything I need to. Okay. All right. No questions on that one? No major issues. Next, we have In That Great Getting Up Morning. Now this one is takes a little bit of navigating. So hang out with me here for a second. First question. Any of the basses, are you thinking about auditioning for the solo? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, here's what you need to do. You have to know it when we come back at that first rehearsal, because that's when I will be making the final decision as to who will be singing, okay? I'm going to go through this before we sing it, because I want to make sure everybody knows what's being sung, when it's being sung, because I've actually edited this piece quite a bit. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Page 6 at 31, there are no repeats, so you just want to keep plowing through, okay? When you get to page 7, at measure 37, fare thee well, you're going to go right into the second ending, which is the bass solo there, okay? With me so far?
Yep.
All right. Then on top of page 8, you should have something written called quartet.
Yes.
I am going to have you still learn it. Everybody learn it. My plan is actually to have the Battle Creek Master Singers sing where I have quartet indicated. But if Mark does not have the numbers to cover each of those parts, I need to be able to pull somebody from my choir to fill out if necessary. So I want everybody to learn it all. You guys understand that?
Yep.
Don't say, oh yeah, he's not going to ask me to sing it, because that's when I will find out that Mark doesn't have a tenor or Mark doesn't have a bass.
I would be really
And I
surprised.
literally need to say, okay, I need you to sing the tenor part. I need you to sing the bass part, and be able to trust that you guys can jump in and do it. Okay, so everybody, make sure that you please look at wherever it says quartet in your score.
He's gonna have a tenor.
I'm saying,
Well-
Mark's gonna have a tenor.
He is a tenor.
Yeah, but true. But at the same time, I don't want him to have to stress out about singing while he's also having to be the director for his group. That's like me having to sit down and sing all the bass stuff while I'm also conducting the choir. Those are two separate stresses.
Yes, they
So
are.
I don't want to put that on him. So if he finds out that he cannot have a second tenor to cover that, or he needs more tenor to balance the other voices he have, then I can still pull from what we have, which is why I want everybody to learn everything. All right, so going on, so that's fine. So wherever it says quartet, learn it. Bass solo on top of page 46 and the bottom of 46. That's all bass solo. Everybody's still learning everything. On top of page 10, second measure, in that break, that's where the tutti comes in. That's where all the singers are going to join in. So put tutti or all voices or what have you, okay? Now, page 11, tenors. You will all sing the tenor 1 part. There will be no tenor 2 in this one.
Oh, okay.
My score's already
So
marked.
everyone will sing, say it again?
So my score's already marked. This is awesome.
Yeah, I
It's your
marked, I
writing.
think I marked them all
It's like,
before
this
I
looks
make
familiar.
copies of them for you.
Yeah, you did.
But I still want to make sure that it's clear. So tenors, you will only sing the C, C, D. So you're going to sing that tenor 1 part. Bass, as indicated, soprano and alto as indicated. Page 12.
What measures we have different page
I
Okay,
think I have different page
13.
numbers.
13 is where I was
numbers?
confused.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well,
You can find it,
Page 11,
page 11.
measure 65.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Basses, you're going to sing as written. I've not really changed your part at all, for the most part. I tried not to. Tenor, same thing. Page 12, top of page 12, last measure.
mhm.
Your tenor 1 there.
Yep.
On well, you're going to keep the C, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. Page 13. This one gets a little funny.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the bass soloist and the soprano soloist.
Oh, so we don't see
So
it
there's
all.
not going to be any tenor or alto singing in that little section there. Was it
75,
74,
76,
Yeah, 75 to
78,
76, 77, 78, 79. No tenor or altos, just the soprano and the bass. They're going to do it as a duet there.
Oh, okay.
Okay? But everybody comes in on that last measure where it says subito mezzo piano. That's where everybody comes back in. And then it's interesting, it says subito piano because we have in and that is going to be soft. But when we get to great, it is going to be the biggest forte that you can muster because the brass ensemble is coming in and joining us there. Okay? So make sure that you watch that. Yes. Yes, so it's going to be in that great big one. Like that. So that's how we're going to do it. And then everything else as written, I believe, until we get to the last page. This is where you're really going to have to watch. So we have fare thee well off. They're railroad tracks. So you have railroad tracks in your score? Yes, no, maybe so?
Yes.
Okay. That means you hold. Do not do anything until you see me give you the fare thee well, because I'm taking that out of rhythm. So it's going to be fare thee well, fare thee well, off. Then it's the A flat, the C, the E flat, the C, the E flat, and the high A flat on fair, and then you're going to stop and then sing as a chord the, and then slide into well. Well. Yeah. So this is what we're doing. We are arpeggiating the fair, breath, singing the as a chord, and then we are going to glide into the final chord without a breath. So it's da, like that, okay? We're making it a little bit more jazzy in nature at that point.
So is there a tenor 2 on the very last note, or is it just tenor 1?
Oh no, at this point, you're singing what you are assigned to sing.
Oh, good, because they.
Yes, wherever you are singing tutti, and it's not crossed out only for tenor 1, you sing your normal tenor part. There's only parts of it that I've taken the tenor 2 part out. But if you see there are 2 tenor parts that are not crossed out and it's tutti, that means if you're a tenor 2, you sing tenor 2. If you're a tenor 1, you sing tenor 1. Okay? Everybody understand? Yeah, that's why I wanted to go over it, because you can look at it and be like, I have no idea what this man wants me to do. But I wanted to make sure I'd explain it, and I'm doing it mostly on the recording as well. So when you go back and listen, you can follow along. All right, if there are no questions, I want to work backwards, if you don't mind. Well, even if you do mind, you can work backwards. Starting on top of page 19, this is the fare thee well. So this is measure 118. Here we go. Fare thee well. The last 2 notes on top of 19. Here we go. And you're going to follow each one I give you. And breath. 2. Okay, let's do that much again. Same thing. And make sure you give a good F. Fare, fare. Get that air moving quick. And breath. Fare thee well. Make sure you know where you're going. Fare thee well.
Oh, sorry, one at a time. Yep. Sorry, it's split. Sorry.
It's A flat,
Yeah.
C, E flat. I should hear 3 pitches. Bass 2, bass 1, tenor. Those are the 3 parts I should hear, which is why I'm pointing to this table first, because you're bass 2. Then I go to bass 1, and then I finally get to you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay? You guys got it? All right, let's try that again. Here we go.
Starting.
On the fair, where we
Thank
just literally screwed it up. Okay, here we go. Ready? Hold it, you gotta hold it. Together. I want to hear each individual part. So bass 1 first, by yourselves. Ready? And. Yep, I was cutting you off. I'm cutting you off. Let's do fair again. Yeah, give me even more. You got slide, even more. Really slide. Okay. I want to hear that slide. Play that B flat for me. Play that B flat for me. Yeah. And play the A natural. Can you guys get a quarter tone in there? Can you go? that. So land on the well, the pitch for well, while you're still singing the, and then transition to well. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right, let's try that. One more time. Bass 2. Boom. Fair. Is that the A flat?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to double check. One more time. And. Okay. Bass 2s. Oh, 1. Sorry, let me hear you. You're on the C. Ready? And. Give me a little bit more sound when you both. Do it again. Ready? And. Get that energy behind it. Get that energy behind it. It's not going to work if you're halfway singing it. Right on B again. Right on B. And B. V. And down. Okay. One more time. I'm going to make you do it one more time. Just the B to the well. Look at the dynamic for well. Well is a fortissimo, right? So when you start B, make sure you got enough air to get through both of those measures. So you don't want to hold. All right, here we go. Right on B. So this is the C sharp. And. One. That's the idea. Both parts together. But you know how to do it. 1.
Unfair.
And then 2. Yes, 1 fair. Just bass and baritone. Here we go. And. Can you get to the center of the pitch together right immediately? Sitting up tall, because leaning and that stuff impacts your ability to sing in tune. Ready? And. Hold it. Okay, tenors, let me hear you by yourselves. And. Look at what I'm doing, which is what I was telling the basses to do. So you have here, I'm hitting the top pitch before I go to the W. So don't go right to the W on beat 1. Continue the previous vowel sound and then put the consonant to the new word after. And if you watch how I'm conducting, I'm going the well. You see this? E well. That gives you your well. Okay, so you know where we all are together. One more time, starting at fair. And. Breath. Yeah, and I know we kind of want to do it because it's so easy to sing it this way, but I need this at the end. This is where you belt it out, okay? That's your big moment. All right, can we get all the parts now? Stand for me. Starting at fair. And. That's how we end it, okay? Any questions? All right, have a seat. And we took all that time to sing 5 measures.
But they're very important measures.
They are, that's why I started at the end. Now, go to the beginning of the piece. The very opening. And it's out of tempo, it's fairly slow. So you got 1. That great in the morning. Then in that great in the morning. In that great in the morning. Fare thee well, fare thee well. and one. In that range. So that's how I'm doing. So basically, what do you have to do?
Watch
Yes. This is not one where you're gonna go 1, 2, in that great rest, getting up morning. No, that's not that. All right, here we
That's
go.
how I get up in the morning.
Ready? Sitting up nice and tall. Breath. In that great getting up morning. Can you go morning? Morning.
Morning, yeah.
Yeah, instead of morning, morning, get to the end. In
that's
that
what
great getting up morning. Let's
That's what I
sing
want
through
to
the
add,
end.
close to it. Okay.
Yeah, close that end and get to that end immediately. Okay, let's try it again. And breath. In that great getting up morning. Yeah, you see this? What does that mean? Go to the end. It's not morning. It's not that. It's morning. That's why I'm closing my fist, to remind you to close the consonant. Okay, the vowel consonant here. Maybe we get off the first page. Let's try it again. Here we go. And breath. In that great getting up morning. There you go. Do not forget, because you'll have a solo off. I forgot to do the crescendo, decrescendo, but I don't care at this point. And in that great getting up morning. Write it in. Breath. In that great getting up morning. Very well, very well. There. Yeah, so look at what I have here. I have sopranos that after tenors do their well, I have sopranos, fare thee well, fair. That's you. So you want to look for my left hand, okay? I will be cueing you with my left hand. Go to top of page 3 in that. No.
Which one?
Which one?
Yeah, they're all like in that, right? Go to the top of page 3, starting on the first in that, first measure. You see where I am?
Yes, here we go.
So we'll start there. Here we go. And breath. In that great getting up morning. Off. In that great. Yeah, that great is not right. The basses. Let me hear that great. Yeah, the D's are the same. It does not change. Or it does. It goes from a D flat to a D natural. So can I hear the bass on your in that? In that. Can you sing that for me? The bass is top of measure, the top of page 3.
Pick up to the
Last
bottom.
measure.
No, it's the same.
You have 2 D
It's a
naturals.
D natural. The key changes.
Yeah, the key changes against that, but somebody's changing a pitch. So sing for me just the D's. Here we go. And breath. Okay, so we have D. You have a D flat. Your first one, I don't know who's going. So this is D flat, and then you go to D natural.
Even it's the same.
Yeah, so D flat, and then that's a D natural.
Yeah, it's a B flat
You
there.
see that?
I got it.
You got it?
Because we have three keys in the same line. I'm like, ah.
Yeah, you're changing keys. So you gotta make sure your first ones are D flats, and then you have a D natural. Terry, do you have it?
Yes.
Steven, you have it? Okay. All right, we're good?
Yeah.
We'll find out, won't we? All right, here we go. Starting on top of page 3 again, measure 4. Ready? This is the F.
Yes.
And breath. Crescendo. And that mouth, make sure you're closed, that in, your mouth should be closed. Together. Wait for left hand, because it's one fair, not fair, okay? Please mark that, all right? Right there, I'm giving the sopranos fair B. The last two fair B on the bottom of page 3. This is soprano and altos. One. Yeah, you got it? Okay, let's do it again. Same thing. Sopranos, soprano and altos. And bottom of page 3, last measure.
So we should be singing that B.
You're on the low B, on the B natural. That's where you are, basis. The last note. That's the last note. All right. And so I'm giving you 1, 2 soprano, 3, 4, 1. Play the D natural. Play the D natural for bases. Do you hear that? Look where you're coming from. So C to D. Only a whole step. So you have very well. That's all you're singing. Ba da da. Okay. Top of page 4. I think this is. These numbers are confusing when you look at them because they're on different sides. Right on top of page 4. So sopranos are singing well, and the basses be ready to come in. Ready? And. Give me a little bit more of that A from the second tenor part to balance out. Ah, no, I want more of that sound. Okay, good. And then I'll give you 1, 2, 1. In the great in the morning, very well, very well. In the great in the morning, very well, very well. In the great in the morning, very well, very well. In the great in the morning, very well, very well. Good. Okay. So what I want you to do, I'm not going to conduct. You're going to put your music on the tables, and you're going to clap and sing. Clap and sing the rhythm that you're doing. So you're going, wait, getting up, or whatever it is. Okay, you're going to clap whatever that rhythm is to sing. And I want you to be that precise. Here we go. Starting at top of page 4 with the when we go into 2-2. 1, 2, 1. Good. Now what I want you to do is you're going to have to crescendo slightly when you're in. So instead of just in that, you're going to go in that, in that, great. Okay? So every time you have a half note, it has to go somewhere, it has to grow. Okay? Let's try it. Same thing, clapping and singing. 1, 2, go. If you can't clap it, you can't sing.
Where's that page turn there?
That's fine. That's fine. But the page turn, it started to fall apart before the page turn.
And that rest.
All right, so go to the top of page 6, last measure. See where I am?
Yes.
Here we go. We're going to take it a little bit under tempo, but not much more under tempo. 1, 2, go. Wait, this is while we're rehearsing. So you get 1 and 2 and 1 in that great. Okay, and remember it's great, not great, but great. Okay, here we go. Let's do it again. 1 and 2 and 1.
In that great love,
Yeah, I want you to clap. I want you to clap because if you can clap it correctly, that's my new word.
correctly.
Okay, correctly.
Oh, that's
You can clap it accurately.
That's not
You can also sing it accurately. Okay, here we go. Same thing. 1 at the top of the page.
I'm sorry,
6.
Nancy.
1 and 2 and 1.
In that great love, great love, morning, very bright. Very love.
What happens? Soloist. Remember,
I was showing them where it was
we're
at.
not doing the repeats.
I was just showing them where it was at.
Sure.
I
Okay.
was being nice.
All right. Volunteers, who want to do it for us?
Can't guarantee
All right, stand and do it. Or you don't have to stay, you can stay seated. Volunteer, who's going to do it for us? Because if you don't volunteer, I'm just going to pick you. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You got it. Here we go. We're on the bottom of some page. No, we're on the, where are we? Bottom of 5? They all look the same.
That was bottom of 6.
We were just on.
Oh,
6.
top, I want you to go to top of 6.
Oh,
Top
yeah,
of 6.
the pick up to the bottom.
Yeah, they all look the same. Top of 6. We're not at a solo. No, I just want you to do the part where we stop.
Yeah. Should
Yeah,
be
we're
the
just
pick
going
up.
back to where we stopped. That's all I want. No, it's measure 2, measure 8, and 9, third. Measure third.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're not one to volunteer, just stop. Okay, you will volunteer. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay. And here we go. 1 and 2 and 1. We don't go back. Remember, we don't go back. Yeah, but it goes right to a solo.
That's what I was.
Oh, you were playing your piano part. Gotcha. Okay. Each one of you pick somebody else. If you sing, pick somebody else from your table. If you sing, pick somebody else from your table. Pick somebody else. All right, here we go. All right. Same thing. Top of page 6. Last measure. And if your partner needs some help, help them. Okay, don't leave them out there by themselves. You're not throwing them under the bus. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 1. Okay, good. And one more. Pick somebody else. All right. Bases. All right, here we go. Top of page 6, last measure. Don't forget, you guys can also pick one of these two. All right, here we go. Top of 6. Here we go. 1 and 2 and here we go and 1. Okay, good. All right. Now, hopefully, between the 3 times you've heard it, we all should be able to sing it now. So, top of page 6. Starting, actually, I'm going to change my mind. Go back.
You change your mind?
Go back to the top of page 5 at rehearsal measure 22. Starting with the bass and tenors when you're in that grade. You see where I am?
Yes.
All right, here we go. 1 and 2 and 1. Parliamentarian-esque. And what I mean by that, it's very precise, very clean. It doesn't veer off with energy too much. It stays right in that little. I need some energy. I want accuracy, but we need some of that leaning energy. So when you do that, in that great getting up on, we need to feel what we call in classical music the inner accent. Actually, I don't even know if that's a real term, but it's a term that Maria Callas used to use all the time when she talked about singing her melismas. It's that inner beat pulse. So even though you're going bum bum, you're really going bum 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 bum. That's the energy underneath it, and that's what we need to feel. Okay. Good. Skipping on past the solo. Start on top of page 8, measure 41. This is judgment, fare thee well, fare thee well. Okay, so basses, you will join the soloist on the word fare, or fare thee well. Okay, because the soloist takes it up until that point. Here we go, starting on fare. So it's technically B3, but I'm counting 1, fare thee well. Okay, so I'll give you one full measure. 1, 2, 1. Hold on a second. So tenors at 65, please. Tenors at 65. Soprano. 1, 2, 1. Off. Yeah. So make sure you're going fare thee well. Okay. So you cut it off there. It's the. All right. So let's do that one more time. And basses, you're mimicking that same energy. Okay. So both parts together. Here we go. Starting at measure 5. Measure 65. So get ready, bass and tenor. 1, 2, 1. Off. 1. Off. Yeah, that's all solo. So soprano and bass. But you're all going to learn, right? Yes. You're going to learn everything. You're going to learn everything. Learn everything. Then, when the sopranos come back in, soprano and altos at fare thee on the bottom, that's when you're ready to come back in on your fare thee. Okay, so we're at 81 right now. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and go. Look at that. Let's look at those pitches. So let's break it down. Tenors first, starting at 81. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and go. Yeah, and what has to happen on that well? It has to swell, right? You have to crescendo there. So make sure that you got enough breath energy to do that. But then what happens immediately after that? Subito pianissimo. So what does that mean? Translate. Yes, suddenly soft. Because we just went, wow. So you got to be, fairly soft. And then bam, we're right back up again. So it's like a little roller coaster here in terms of dynamics. Basses, can I hear you at 81, please? 1, 2, ready, and go. Yeah, but you gotta be a little quicker on that. So we got fare thee well, fare thee well. So you gotta be bam, 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 right? Sit there. So we gotta feel that. Let's do that again, please. Here we go. 1 and 2, and here we go. Fare thee well, fare thee well. 3, get up, morning, fare thee well. bass and tenor together at 81. 81 bass and tenors together. 1 and 2, and here we go. In the morning, very well, and very well, in the great, in the morning, very well, very well, in the great, in the morning, very well, very well, in the great, in the morning, very well, very well, in the great. Stop, mark it. See, this is the genius of this piece. It sets up patterns that the ear picks up on. And you're like, oh, I know it's, oh, wait, no, it's changed. It actually reminds me a lot of Rudder, the Rudder Requiem, or not Requiem, the one that we did, the Gloria.
Yeah.
It's like there's certain patterns in that piece that is set up, and you think, okay, I got this, and then all of a sudden he changes it. So you gotta count. No. Not yet.
Oh, the prayer for Ukraine.
Wow.
Huh, I'll check it out.
It's
a beautiful
beautiful.
piece.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Does it require a lot of forces?
Yeah.
It's
Okay, well, I
more
can't
part
think
of
about
that's what you're saying. I mean, a larger choir would be good, but it,
Okay.
you know,
Okay. Cool. Thank you. I'll check it out.
yes.
All right. So. Terry, don't make me leave you out
We're
of
all
these
gonna
words.
ignore it until you said something.
All right. Starting at measure 100. Measure 100. Graham. Go. 1 and 2 and 1. Rest. Thank you. Tenors, can you do yours by yourself? Basses, I want you to listen to the rhythm that the tenors have, which is actually not singing. Okay? Here we go. Tenors by yourself, starting at 100. 1 and 2 and 1. And. Break it up, morning, very well. 1. Break it up. And. Very well. In that break it up. And. Break it up, morning, very well. And done. Break it up. Very well. Stop. Good. Okay. Thank you very much. Now, basses, please sing yours at 100. Tenors, follow yours. Do not sing, just follow it. Here we go. Basses. 1 and 2 and 1. And.
Break it up, getting up, morning gray.
Okay, let's pick a key. Let's do that one more time.
Measure 100.
100. 100.
Yeah, I know, I get something.
Here we go.
Something funny here.
All right. 1 and 2 and 1. And.
Break it up, morning. Break it up, getting up, morning gray.
And.
Break it up,
And done.
very well.
Energy.
Break it up, getting up, morning gray. Break it up, very well.
Good. Now, everybody, I want you not to sing. I want you to clap only. Nancy, I want you to play only the piano part. Okay? Just, which is basically what they're singing. All right, just play the piano. All right, here we go. You guys are clapping, not singing.
Clapping on each.
Clapping your rhythm.
Our rhythm.
Your rhythm. I don't care about the beat. It's about knowing your entrance and how yours differ. Okay? Here we go. Starting at 100. 1, 2, ready and go. And 1. I can tell you right off, I heard a beat at 101, first downbeat, and no one should be clapping it. Which means you were probably singing it. You understand? This is how you actually want to practice your music too. Save your voice, use your body. Get the rhythms first. Let's do it again. 101, or 100, excuse me, 100. 1, 2, ready and go, and 1. One. Yeah, practice, practice, practice. Very, very important. Now let's sing it together. Here we go. Starting at 100. 1, 2, are ready and go, and 1. 1.
Great in the morning, great in the morning, great in the
And up.
Fanny, Fanny, well, I am glad. Great in the morning, great in the morning, great in the Fanny, Fanny, well, Fanny, Fanny, well.
Okay, good. And the rest of it we've already rehearsed. Any questions? Okay, moving right along. Next piece we are going to look at is Abschiedslied.
Bless you.
All right, do I need to go over any of the words?
Yes,
Yes.
Did
I
you
did
listen
look
to
at
the video?
yes.
I didn't realize
I
that.
just happened to
Oh,
see.
so I'm bad on that one. We did.
Okay.
Follow the notes, but I didn't do the diction.
Okay, all right, repeat after me. Ich fahr dahin,
Ich fahre dahin,
wenn es muss sein.
wenn es muss sein.
Ich scheit mich von der liebsten Main.
Ich schreibe mich von der liebsten
Make
ein.
sure the V is pronounced as an F,
Ja,
not von.
von.
Zuletzt
Zuletzt
lass ich ihr Herze mein.
erste Mal.
Herze mein. Dieweil ich leb with a P,
Dieweil ich
so soll es sein.
so soll es sein.
Ich fahr dahin, ich fahr dahin.
Ich war da.
Denn das sag ich ihr und niemand mehr.
Sagt ihr niemand mehr.
Niemand with a T, mehr. Denn mein Herzen geschah noch nie so weh.
Okay, say that again.
Mine, because you have, it's mine and then it's ihm. After that, but they put them together, so you're just going to say mine. That's all we're going to hear. And then Herzen geschah, because it's G-E, and then Shah,
Okay.
then noch nie so weh.
So weh.
So big.
Sie liebet mich je länger, je mehr.
Sie liebe
Je länger,
länger.
je mehr. Yes. Gut, gut. Durch Meiden muss ich leiden, Pein.
Leiden.
Muss.
Thank you. Muss.
Ich
Leiden,
leiden, Pein. Good. Ich fahre dahin, ich fahre dahin.
Ich war da.
You'll find each one of the stanzas ends with the same.
Yes.
Ich fahre dahin. Okay, then ich bitte dich, liebste Frau, excuse me, mine.
Ich die liebste Freude.
Liebste, not liebste. Liebste. It's a schwa.
Freude.
Actually, I can't remember if that's Frau or Freud. F-R-A-U-E.
It is
F-R-E.
Frau auf Deutsch. It is Frau.
It is Frau. Okay, because there's a Freud, there's Freud, there's a rule. It's
I didn't know it had
E-A-U, which gives you the Oi versus the A-E-U. Okay, all right, so it is Frau mein. Wann ich dich mein und anders kein. I may have said it wrong on the recording, so double check that, please. Wann ich dich mein und anders kein. Then wann ich dir gib with a P, mein Lieb with a P, allein, gedenk, dass ich dein eigen bin. Denn ich fahr dahin, ich fahr dahin. Denn nun halt die Treu, that's what it was, the EU. Treu als steht als ich. I don't hear you repeating. Nun halt die,
Dean.
no, not Dean, die
Oh,
D-I-E is D. Then you got Troy, als steht, als ich.
okay, question,
Yeah.
back on page 7.
I'm not reading from the score, I'm reading from the
Okay,
poem.
starting with the phrase, you said it's D, but we have D-E-I-N, so you, are the
Okay.
N silent?
Well, you're on page 7 in the score,
Yes.
Yes.
and what do you have?
DEIN.
Okay, you have Nun halt dein Troy
Okay, it's
in the
done.
score, but in the poem it has halt die Troy. And I bet
Ah.
you,
Okay.
I'm gonna check this, but I bet you $1 to a donut, it's incorrect in the score.
Ah,
I'm going to double check that.
thank you.
No problem, but thank you for picking that up. But I'm reading from the text, not from the music.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So even when you guys are practicing, practice from the poetry,
Okay.
not from the musical score, because the musical score stretches out, and it's sometimes hard to determine
Right.
where one word ends and another begins,
Mhm.
and you're apt to make mistakes that way. So it's always better to read from the poem that's in the front of the piece for you. Where did I stop? Okay, so wie du wilt, so findst, and that's a mouthful, findst, you gotta get all of those sounds, du mich. Halt dich in Hoot. It's a oo, not a oo. Hoot. Well, the vowel in phonetics is just in both of the little thing on either side. It's a hoot. Think of an owl. Just hoot. Yeah, hoot. Like Andrew. You know what Martha calls herself? Andrew. It's that sound. That's the exact same sound. Whatever works for you. Das bit ich dich. Then gesehen dich Gott. Ich fahr dahin, ich fahr dahin, ich fahr dahin. Be careful with the ish. I don't do the ish. That's actually a Southern German dialect sound. Say ich laut, ich laut. Your tongue curls slightly like that, and then you blow air in. So ich, not ish, as in fish.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, you understand the difference?
Yes.
If we were in Bavaria, we would say ish. If we are in northern Germany, which is what we're using, you would go ish sound, opposed to the sh sound. All right, good. Let's do it.
This is where I play piano.
That's a tempest. It's doable.
If you need time, and I'm being very serious, if you need more time to work on the words, then just sing it on a neutral syllable, like ooh. But if you feel that the words are coming and you want to try, then go ahead and try. All right. I'm really listening more for accuracy in terms of pitch and rhythm. Diction will work in mass together. But I want people to start working on it, not waiting until the rehearse, like 2 rehearsals before I pounce to start. So here we go. Page 4, measure 13. And I'm going to take it about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, about that tempo. Okay, here we go. Ready? And. Okay. Good. And make sure you're doing. No. Hear the difference in the sound? Yeah, one is really bright. We want a warmer sound. And that's going to be much slower. Every time we say that phrase, it'll be slower. All right, going on to the next section. Das ist up. And breath. affirmative. You cannot sing the low G. Please sing the D. Do not try to sing the low G or sing the G above the baritone. But I much rather hear a solid pitch rather than someone struggling trying to hit the lowest note. Because it's an outer note, it is really, really noticeable when you're not quite reaching it. Now, here's another rule that I absolutely need you to practice and to remember. If a word that starts with a vowel, okay, everybody's with me so far, is preceded by a word ending on a consonant, you must glottalize that vowel. So if I said something like, langen und tragen, wachen und tragen, and then eine. So the one before ended with an N,
Yes.
which means I'm going to have to glottalize the A of eine, so I can understand that it's not weinen eine, where it sounds like it's one word.
Fine.
Eine, da, da. So you have to re-articulate that vowel. Do you guys understand that? Once again, no, you're gonna actually glottalize it. So if you know how you say hot, say hot. Now say tote. Now go tote, call, am. Do that. Tote, call, am. You feel that when you go am, that's called a glottal. Your glottis literally is doing this inside. So that is to re-articulate that vowel sound. It's not a lift, because a lift, you're just separating it, but you have to pressurize it. So anything that starts with a vowel, if it's followed by something that ended with a consonant, you have to sort of press on it a little bit, okay?
So it's not like you're doing an H, but it's like kind of like getting almost a little bit of that pressure.
Yeah, so if you're going hand, that's an H that actually starts here. But if you're going hot, it's going down. If you feel that pressure. So if you're saying ein, you're going to go I, opposed to ein. So everybody say ein.
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 Now go Put your hand on your throat. Do you feel your throat sort of contracting a little bit when you do that? Yes? That's your glottis function. That's what German actually is based on, a lot of that. That's why it sounds so harsh to some people who don't really listen to German. Okay? Remember that. Otherwise, the audience will not understand a word we're saying. It's just going to sound a bunch of mush. Very, very important. There you go. There you go. All right. Start at page 5, measure 27, please. Oh, I'm sorry, my fault, wrong. Measure 20 going into 21. So it's the bottom of page 4 going to the top of 5. So you have das sag ich. That's a perfect place. The G, which is actually going to be a K sound. Please make that note. And then you have to articulate the I. Okay?
Sorry, where's this?
Bottom of page 4, last note, going to the top of 5. All right, here we go. And breath. You said nine, because I heard somebody say nine. I before E
is E.
E before I is not I. So if it's D-I-E, it's what?
E.
No, pronounce the word.
Oh.
D-I-E. What is it?
D.
But if it's D-E-I, it's what?
Die.
As in life. Okay, good. You're getting the rules of German. Very nice. Let's do that much again. Same place, please. And breath. Or in the thought. body here, or as my son likes to call me, pitch. So go to the middle of page 5. You're on a low B. See where I am for the basses? Last measure, second system, page 5 for the basses. Yeah, bass, that's your note. Here we go, basses only, and breath. Ich. That's light. Yeah, fix that please. E before I is E. No, wait, I. E before I is I. I before E is E. So light.
The second vowel is.
So you got, this one is light. Lying, like lying down. Yes, that's lie. If it's I-E, it's E. If it's E-I, it's I. You got that?
Oh, yeah, so that'd be E. Yeah, go the second of the two.
You got it? Yes, yes? Yes. Okay, good. Now let me hear basses again, starting right on the pickup of 20, measure 27. So you're in that low B. Here we go, bass only, and. Bus. Breath. Yeah, so you have hold, you got okay, let's do that please. Here we go. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's your note. Yes, if that's. Say it again.
Unless they can't hit the G and then they're.
And then they have an option. Either you sing you or you are singing baritone. He is singing baritone. Don't worry about what they're singing. Yes. Okay.
Worry about what the tenors are singing.
Awesome.
We're singing your note, but an octave up.
Hold on to that baritone part. All right, Tenors, can I hear you, please? Tenors, can I hear you, please?
Pick the same place.
Same
pick up
place,
the
bottom of
27.
page 4, going up to 21. So they're on the F sharp, going to the G. See where I am? Yes, yes?
Yep.
Right here.
Yeah.
Here we go. And breath. Gotta make that legato. Breath. Nice legato. Good. Both parts together. Please stand. We're done. Same place. Same place we've been starting. Like this whole section. Bottom of page 4. Last measure. Here we go. Ready and breath. Good. It still sounds like you're saying sa. It's zonk. And okay, make sure we're really getting those sounds up. Okay, here we go. And breath. Good. not breathe between fa, da, and he. Da, he is one word. Do not breathe in there. You need to carry that all the way through. Good. You may have a seat for a second. Now here's your big moment at 36. You ready? This is all about you. And breath. All right, next section, here we go. And nun, and. So this is important too, because it's nun, halt, dan. Here, it's tricky because you have two consonants, right? You need to clearly pronounce both of those consonants. The ending, the final consonant of the first word, and the first consonant of the new word. So you got the t and the d.
Yeah.
So make sure you're spitting those out. Nun halt dein Treu. Say that for me. Go.
Nun halt dein Treu.
Yeah, and if you do it correctly, you're going to have a natural break. And if you need to sneak a little breath in there, go ahead and do that. All right? Here we go. Sitting on my small. Nun and breath. Nun halt dein Treu. What happens between Troy and als? You are going to have the glottal, but if you notice, Troy ends with the U, right? Yeah, that's where the rule gets a little funky.
Yeah.
Because it depends on if the word is a verb or a noun.
So is it
What
a
I
verb
want
or
you
a
to
noun?
do, you're going to go Troy als.
So you do
So
one.
you're going to treat it as if you are re-articulating. Okay? That's the easiest way to do it. Instead of giving you the 5 rule. What are you talking about?
No. No.
Troy.
Troy.
I'm rolling
Oh.
R, but that's me. Yes. I want it to be flipped. I don't want you to go Troy, like an Americanized Troy, like Troy, you're Troy. Not that. But yes, try to flip it a little.
Okay.
You don't have to roll it. That's, I don't know. That's on you.
That's on you.
Whatever works for you, my friend. All right, here we go. Nun halt. Ready? And breath. Nun halt. So, wie, die, wild, willst. Yeah, that's a hard one. Ich, gesehen. Together. Do you know what I'm telling you around your lips?
Yes, you don't go.
It's not even about the vowel
And the
sound.
sound, the color.
It's the color warms it up, and it naturally forces you to do the window without you having to do anything with air pressure in the throat. It sounds like I'm getting softer. I've actually not changed my dynamics, just just like shifting where the sound is being put. It works wonderful. All right, good. Any questions on this one? You guys are working your buns off. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Yet I still have one.
All right, I think Adihan is next. Wait, hold on, let me double check. I don't know.
That's next on my list.
Yes, Adihan. This one is pretty easy. You should be able to zip through this. I'm looking at that clock. I'm like, woo, I better get moving. All right, so here we go. It's tenor is singing with the alto, correct? And basses are on your own. Yes. All right, here we go. So tenors, make sure you marked your line so you know where you're singing, because it's easy to jump back to, the wrong line. All right, here we go. Starting on page 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So this is Arirang, Arirang, Arirang. Oh. When you have a comma, make sure you lift, so we can hear each time that word comes back. That's the only word we're singing in Korean. Everything else is in English. Okay, here we go. Ready? And. One, two, off. 1, 2, and 3. Sing only as softly as you can with resonance. So if you're going, that's not going to help. If you got to go, that's okay. Then we will adjust as necessary, but I don't want anybody sounding like you're constricting your throat to try to sing soft. Well, that's never, never good for a singer. All right, going on to the next little section, measure 33, where you have the ooh. Basses, keep in mind, listen to the alto and the tenor at this point. Okay? Here we go. Say it again.
So who's not the melody?
It's not.
You.
Although sometimes you sing it like it is. All right, here we go. And breath. This is where, both of you guys, actually, this is where you can help these two, okay? Because they're singing at the bottom of their range, you're singing in the natural part of your range. Bring that up, so they don't have to work so hard to sustain, okay? All right, let's try that again. It's so weird, I keep hearing myself say something. This thing is speaking.
Something.
It's like
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if it's a little high, I get it, but you still gotta sing. So let's see if we can figure out a way to do it where you can be heard. So sing for me at 42, basses only, no tenor. Ready? Onward. And I want you to sing it full out, okay? Sing it full out. Just for right now, it's an exercise. 1, 2, go. So the very first vowel is what? We all have here 3 different vowels. What is the word? On. It's not onward, it's onward, which means the first vowel is what? All. Right? So sing onward for me. Ready? And. Sing out. So remember, what is the vowel? Yeah. So I'm hearing ah. That is hard to sing. Onward. Oh. Do that. Go. Oh. Again. Oh. Yeah. Open your mouth and you go. Oh. That's what you're doing. So, oh. Now sing that. Go. Oh. Good. Now go. Onward. Go. Onward. Yeah, so start a little bit softer, grow into it so it's not so difficult to sing. Now, that's where they can help. Because if it sits high in your voice, sing it up a little bit more, and then we'll bring everybody else to help support you. Remember, never sing so soft that you can't really phone it. Okay? All right, good. Let's put it together. Stand and join us, please. Starting actually at measure 34 again.
Okay.
And we'll continue into that next section. 1, 2, 3. Breathe, stagger breathe. If you know, my gas tank is almost empty.
You know I would not do that in a concert.
And come back in at the same dynamic that everyone else is at that moment.
But you were looking at me and I didn't want to be a quitter.
Nope, it wasn't. All right, we're gonna do this really fast. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Like how fast?
Okay, here we go. Climb every mountain. Same thing as I told the Sopranos. Please sing what you see, not what you think you know. Read the notes, sing the notes, sing the notes.
That was helpful.
That's such a compliment. I've never heard that before.
Because you were right. You were saying.
Yes. Here we go. Climb every mountain. We're working on parts right now. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and. Climb every mountain. Lift. Search high and low. Breath. It's different. Good tenors. those places. Basics, letter G. And it's actually the same thing with the tenors. You have climb every. Those, for basses, you got the B flat, B flat, B flat. So you have 3 of the exact same note. Before you go down, one of you were going down too early. So make sure that you circle that. Can I hear that measure G, that letter G, please? This is fine. Bass and tenor together.
So it's because it was naturalized in the previous measure.
Okay, bass and tenor together. Letter G. 1, 2, ready, and. Good. And tenors. When you do your, what is the D flat? Yeah. Don't go. Don't separate it. It's all one line. Yeah, don't separate it. Let's do that again, please. Same thing. Both parts. 1, 2, ready, and. Thank you. Same situation, you got 2 of the same notes. Make sure you circle those. Don't go down too early on that A flat. Baritones. Let me hear you, page 4. Dream that will need all the love you can give. Bottom of page 4. This is at letter C, baritone only, please. Don't basses, don't sing with them, just the baritones. See where I am? Bottom of page 4, first measure. Bottom of 4, first measure. Okay, here we go. Right on dream. Actually, start on the pickup. Do the pickup. Dream. That makes sense. So you have a dream that will be. See where I am?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Stephen, be very careful. Keep that sound open. Don't let it fall up in here. Okay, keep it open. And Terry, be very, very careful not to dip the pitch going from the D to the E and then from the E to the F. Make sure it's solid. Okay, try one more time. Try one more time. That's all right. Same thing. Same place. And breath. Hold it. And. Ba, 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 ba. That's it. That's it. That's it. Good. Thank you very much. Basses, can you do that with the baritones, please? Same place. And breath. Yeah, but question, why are we breathing between need and all? Is there a breath mark there? Punctuation? Anything there? No. So carry that all the way through, because once you stop, you're stopping the energy. Carry that all the way through. Same thing, please. And breath. Crescendo into it. And all the love you can bring. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep in and off. Good, thank you. So make sure you got 4 plus 3. Don't cut off too early. You want to take it all the way up until when the soprano and altos come in, so we get this little overlap thing. There's no dead silence. Good, 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 good. Any other issues for you? I think you'll be fine when everybody else is together. I got like 4 minutes. Okay, beautiful. Moving on. Here, we can do this last one. Give me 2 minutes. Meow. Okay, here we go. The meow. This is the comic duet for 2 cats. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and. 3, 4. 3, 4. Too early. No, too early. 3 beats and then 1. Right there. Measure 3. Ready? And. page 3, starting on that C. Starting on that C. Right? Here we go. Ready? And. And 3, 4. Focus on your mark. Any questions on that? What do you mean straight?
So we're doing.
You're going to cat it up. You are going to cat it up, but you're not changing notes. Yeah, you don't change notes, but you do cat it up. All right, drive safe, guys. All right, any questions? No questions?
What? No.
No questions?
They're on the track,
Mm-hmm.
both of them, even though they're labeled different, are the top one.
Yeah, because I learned that.
Okay, so we need to, is it one that I did for you or one that she
It's
did?
one that's on Facebook.
Because one she did, which is the alto part and tenor, you guys sing the same thing for the alto. Wait,
We're in the bottom.
no, I'm sorry, I got that backwards. The one that she did was for the alto and soprano, and the one that I did was for the bass and tenor, because that's the only piece.
It's in a different place.
Yeah, you want to, for this one, you want to look at the video for this one piece, only this one piece. You want to look at the video that I created because you and the basses are singing the same thing. The one that you're listening to that's on that track that she created is for the soprano and alto.
Okay.
Because originally I was going to have soprano and tenor together and alto and bass. Is that how I had? I don't remember, but I don't want to
That's
do
who
it.
was left.
But I'm not doing it that way. So it's soprano and alto on the top line. Look for mine. Mine is an actual video, not just an audio. Okay?
Thank you.
Yep. All right. Thank you, folks, very much. Push your chairs back underneath. Yes. I don't know. Oh, what they're doing with us. They're doing both our praising and spirit. Those are the two. All right. Push your chairs back underneath the tables, please, so we don't get kicked out the church. Tenors and basses. What is your assignment this week?
We're gonna plan for the
You are
party when
going
we
to
get
plan
back.
together. No, not even just that, but in terms of the decorations, you guys are responsible for that, which means you need to connect with one another. Yes, you're gonna decorate this room here, this
So it's like-
whole room.
Mostly tables, you're talking about on the sidewalls too?
All of these tables I want decorated, it's whatever you guys decide. I'm not gonna tell you what to decorate. You got a budget of $200 maximum. Whatever y'all do, that's what you got. All right.
Hey, next week.
It's up to you. It's spring break, no rehearsal next week.
I'm sorry. Well, you might be able to answer my question. The black folders for the music. Is there a number or something?
Okay, so
I
you're not
order
gonna-
one? Is that how it
Okay.
goes? See, I got this thing like this. I don't have the.
Okay.